In the world of sport, there is the Masters, the World Series, Wimbledon, the Super Bowl, and the greatest 2 minutes in sports, the Kentucky Derby.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
My greatest honor is just having a horse in the Derby.
You can have all the money in the world, and you can't buy a Kentucky Derby.
Animal Kingdom roaring down the center of the track.
Winning the Kentucky Derby is a life-changing experience. There's nothing in the world like it.
But it's Animal Kingdom and John Velazquez to win the Derby.
There's no telling what these guys are going to come up with next.
Animal Kingdom did it.
I like the horse. I bred him. I imported his dam from Germany. He's by a Brazilian sire. I planned the mating. I named him. And I liked him going in the race to a certain extent, but I never really thought he was going to win. I've been around the Derby for 20 years. All I want to do is have a horse enter the gate.
I finally learned what all owners go through every year when they have horses eligible for the Derby. It was gut-wrenching. It was a mixture of excitement and anticipation just till the horse got out of that starting gate.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
With Animal Kingdom, it was kind of like one of these deals where, look at all the stuff he's got to overcome. He's never run on the dirt. He's never run anywhere near this far in this kind of company. And there was just a lot of question marks. And if he won it, he was going to have to make a lot of history. And in the Derby, that just doesn't really happen that often. When you're as old as I am and you've been around the block as long as I have been around the sport for 40, 50 years, you just don't ever think you could possibly be one of the lucky guys to win the Derby. So you like gird yourself against disappointment, and I think that's what I did. I held everything inside. I didn't allow myself the fantasy of believing we could win it.
And then turning for home, I thought I saw him, but I wasn't sure. And then I heard the announcer call Animal Kingdom, and I thought, we got a shot.
And when they entered the stretch, my wife starts going crazy. And she doesn't go crazy that often. So I knew we were live, and I focused in. And as he got closer and closer, I'm thinking to myself, this is actually might even be possible. You know, it's unrealistic, but it might be possible.
I guess the best way I could describe it is an out-of-body experience. It was just surreal. I still think I haven't come down to earth yet.
And then when he flew home in the stretch like that, it just took your breath away. The time stopped for me. I see the horse making this move, and I'm saying to myself, yep, that's him. I know it's him, but I don't believe it's him.
You know, here comes Animal Kingdom, roaring down the stretch. Doesn't get better than that.
Maybe the most rewarding feeling you could ever have, and that's to be a winner in a sport that's watched by millions and millions of people throughout the world.
And he hit that wire. It was just so exhilarating.
But it's Animal Kingdom and John Velazquez to win the Derby.
We won the Kentucky Derby, but the relationship, the opportunity to be involved with Team Valor is something beyond belief.
You know, it's always exciting to win a race, but you want to win the big races. You know, that's where the money is, that's where the prestige is. I mean, look at today, that's where the glamour is. And Barry and Team Valor are the kind of people that can take you there.
We knew we had something special because we had like 3 or 4 horses, not just one that we were hopeful. We just had to plan it correctly and put him in the right spots and put him in a position that if he was good enough, he could make the Derby, and see if we were kidding ourselves or if we really had a shot.
Team Valor basically was about Barry Irwin. He has such a unique eye for the thoroughbred.
There's no baloney with Barry. He tells it to you like it is.
He knows what he's doing. He's put together a great organization and has brought a lot of fun and excitement and pleasure to a lot of people through that.
The guys that gravitate toward us basically are guys that want to win. Although we do have a lot of guys that have formed very close, lifelong relationships. But when they come to me, they know what I bring to the table. I'm very exacting, I'm very demanding. I don't put up with a lot of BS, so that they know that I'm in there pitching for them 100%.
I think Team Valor is different because it brings, first of all, it brings so many international horses to this country that perform so well. Animal Kingdom's a great example of an international pedigree. And I think Barry's understanding of racing in this country is just extraordinary. I think he's got a great handle on what it takes to win big races in America. If I'd known I was going to win the Kentucky Derby in the first 6 months, I wouldn't have taken so long to make the decision.
Barry's a very idiosyncratic guy. He's not your normal guy. He's a guy who thinks outside the box, and I think that's the biggest reason why he's been able to find horses that nobody else would ever find.
Become Barry's friend, to understand his personality, to understand the genius of the man that knows how to pick horses better than anyone, I believe, in the world. I'm an admirer of Barry Irwin.
I think that I'm a very innovative guy. I think outside of the box. I'm a very creative person. To me, this is a creative endeavor. Every day I wake up is another opportunity to try something different and see if it'll work. And I think I've done a lot of things that have worked because of my boldness, and I think that what Team Valor stands for is there's no telling what these guys are going to come up with next.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be in the sport of millionaires, but joining a syndicate like Team Valor gives people of modest means a chance to participate at the highest level of the sport, and it's a unique experience.
Well, I think one of the reasons you'd look at Team Valor is because it's got a proven track record. I think if you look at their results this year, they are the leading syndicate owner.
Get in at the highest level for a reasonable amount of invested dollars and have a chance to get to the pinnacle of racing.
Barry is a very, very intense individual that focuses on what he wants to do and where he wants to go. And one of the things you don't want to do is get in the way of that.
Even though we won the Derby and we've won a lot of other big races, my appetite for winning is insatiable. We've done something that's kind of shaken the establishment up a little bit here in the Bluegrass. I don't think they fully comprehended what I've done and what I'm doing. And I think if we win another couple of these, I think you might see a shift in how people do things. Right now, people are looking at it and going, okay, that was interesting. The guy got lucky, you know, let's see him do it again. But we've just done it in the Breeders' Cup with pluck. We just did it in the Kentucky Derby with Animal Kingdom. I'm bringing in foreign bloodlines and melding them in such a way that we're producing horses that are beating the best American horses at their own game. So I think people are going to take notice of that sooner or later.